What's good, everybody? It's the Clown with Cap show. On tonight's episode, we're going to talk about college football week 15, baby. Getting ready for the playoffs. To me, it's some big games, big excitement. To me, as we do know, Oregon versus Utah is playing tonight. To me, I just think, look, Utah should not get in the top four playoff. You know, just strength of schedule. They're in the. To me, it's just they're weak. They should not deserve to be in the playoff. If they make it to the playoff, I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna watch it. It's gonna be like, really? We're gonna have Utah in the playoffs? Like, stop it. No, I don't want to go there. But Baylor versus Oklahoma, another big game. To me, I love Jalen Hurts. To me, I do believe he should win Heisman. Jalen Hurts, 205 for 285, 3,347 yards passing, 31 TDs and 6 picks. To me, Jalen Hurts is balling out. Came from Alabama last year. We know his situation with Alabama. I still feel like he kind of got screwed with Alabama. To me, he's out to prove something. And to me, I do believe if Oklahoma wins really good, I do believe Oklahoma could possibly about a 60 to 70% chance sneak into that 4th spot into the playoffs. To me, there's a big debate between LSU and Georgia. If LSU loses, should they go and slide back to the 4th spot? Because they did beat Bama and they beat Florida. They beat some good teams this year. They beat Texas. Let's not forget that. So to me, LSU really went through it, but I like Oklahoma, and Oklahoma could sneak into that 4th spot. Louisiana versus Appalachian State. Haven't really watched much of these teams. I mean, they're really small coach teams, small school teams. Levi Lewis, 200 for 306, 2,450 yards passing, 20 TDs and 3 picks. To me, I might have to go there. I might just have to go with the dogs there. I don't know. The underdog, maybe. I don't know. Zach Thomas, 203 for 318, 2,427 yards passing, 24 TDs and 6 picks. To me, I'm going to go Appalachian State. Their favorite. I'm going to go with the favorite on this one, just like with Oklahoma. And I don't want to see Utah win, because if Utah wins, there's going to be a debate about Utah getting in the playoff. Stop it. Utah does not deserve to get into the playoffs. Let's not trick ourselves. Cincinnati versus Memphis, American Conference Championship. To me, I want to see Cincy with the upset, although Memphis is favorite 9.5. Brady White, 219 for 330. 3,307 yards passing, 32 TDs and 8 picks. Really good season this year. Like I said, these small school teams, we could honestly maybe see one of these cats come into the league and play well. We've seen a lot of good NFL quarterbacks coming from small schools. Name one off the top of my head, rapist Big Ben Roethlisberger. He came from a small school. So to me, it's just like, it goes hand in hand. Desmond Ryder, 149 for 265, 1,836 yards passing, 17 TDs and 8 picks. To me, I want to go Cincy on this pick. I think he's going to have a big game. I like Cincinnati with the upset. Yes, you heard it. I'm going Bearcats, baby. Now, the biggest game of them yet, Georgia versus LSU, the SEC championship. To me, this is big boy ball. And to me, I do think, it's going to come down to the wire. Joe Burrows had a great season. Like I said, beat Texas. They beat Bama. They deserve to be in the playoff. Win or lose this game, I do believe LSU will be in the playoff. To me, 319 for 401, 4,366 yards passing, 44 TDs and 6 picks. Joe's killing it this year. I believe he should be in the Heisman candidate as well. 44 TDs and 6 picks. That's crazy. Joe's killing it. Now, Jake from State Farm. No, not Jake from State Farm. Jake from Georgia. He's been there a couple years. They played Bama last year. They were up on Bama in the 4th quarter, and we know what happened after that. But to me, I do believe Georgia can maybe upset him here. And let me tell you why. Jake's been there for years. They have a high-powered offense, and their defense is very underrated. To me, I expect Jake to have the biggest game of his career. 194 for 313, 2,385 yards passing, 21 TDs and 3 picks. To me, I want to see him come out. I like Georgia here. Although if Georgia does win, they're automatically in. But if LSU loses this game, I say LSU still deserves to be in. just their strength of schedule and who they had to go through to get to this point. And if it's a nail biter, LSU deserves to be in. Now, if Georgia loses, obviously they're out. They're the dog, but I'm going with the dogs here. I'm going with Georgia dogs, baby. Oh, oh, oh. I'm going with the dogs with the upset. You heard it. I know a lot of people are going heavy on LSU. I'm going dogs here. Virginia versus Clemson, the ACC championship. To me, Clemson 28.5-point favorites. These college spreads are insane. We never see that in the NFL. To me, Trevor Lawrence, 216 for 315, 2,870 yards passing, 30 TDs and 8 picks. To me, Trevor Lawrence is that guy. He's going to go to the NFL, and obviously not this year, but the next year. The Colts could use him. So many teams could use Lawrence there, but to me, I don't see Virginia really having a game here. Bryce Perkins, 265 for 413. 2,949 yards passing, 16 TDs, and 9 picks. To me, he's going to have the best game of his career to even be close against Clemson. Obviously, I'm going Clemson on this one. This is a no-brainer. 28.5 is a lot, though. I probably want to go on the spread here. I'd go money line with Clemson. Ohio State versus Wisconsin, the Big Ten championship. This is the big boy league, baby. I love it. Ohio State, number 1 overall. Justin Fields is that dude. To me, 37 TDs and 1 pick this year. He is balling out. 189 for 277, 2,654 yards passing. We're talking balling out for Ohio State. Ohio State, 16.5-point favorites versus Wisconsin, which they should be, which I'm going heavy on Ohio State here. Ohio State is legit. They've been Ohio State, I know past year or so they've been up and down, ever since Zeke left Ohio State, but to me they're back. And it all starts with Justin Fields and the quarterback play. How they determine how he's going to play is how Ohio State's really going to go. Ohio State legitimately has one of the most talented teams. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Ohio State wins it. If you guys said Ohio State's going to win it, I would not be surprised at all. To me, Jack, the Wisconsin quarterback, 196 for 271, 2,309 yards passing, 17 TDs, and 4 picks. Has a really good season, but I just don't see Wisconsin really putting up with Ohio State. Ohio State has better athletes, but we've seen the worst team win sometimes, but not in this case. I do see Justin Fields balling out like he's been doing all year, 37 TDs and 1 pick. To me, I'm going heavy on Ohio State. I'm going Ohio State, Clemson, baby, in Georgia. Those are my top 3 teams right there that I'm going with. And to me, like I said, bringing back to the LSU game, if LSU loses this game, they deserve to be in still. To me, I don't want to see the committee have LSU out. They went through too much, and they're undefeated to this point. And if they happen to lose tomorrow to Georgia, which I do think they will, to me, if they do end up losing, they still deserve to be in. So I like LSU, Georgia, Ohio State, and Clemson. And I know I said Oklahoma has about a 70% chance to get in. It all determines about the Georgia-LSU game for them. To me, if Georgia squeaks out a win, which I do think they will win by about a field goal, to me, those are probably the top 4 right there. To me, it's college football, baby. I love it. This is the best time for college football, and I love where we're going here. And like I said, I don't want to see the committee get Utah in. Come on, baby. Like I said, Ohio State, Clemson, LSU, and Georgia are my top 4 right now. And then Ohio State, number 5, baby. It's college football, baby. Let's go. It's the Cloud with Cap Show.